Hi, everyone. I am CEO of DCBA, and I'm here today to answer some questions that people have been asking quite some time about DCBA. So, this interview is for you. Also, if you're new and here and you want to find out about DCBA or you come across it or you've heard of it, then this is definitely somewhere you want to be so you can find a little bit more about DCBA and what and who we are. So the first question is pretty basic, actually. What is DCBA? DCBA, the abbreviation actually stands for Dance Creativity Body Acceptance. I think the name speaks for itself. Obviously, that means that we are a dance convention. But I think the next question probably cover that. But it is DCBA is a dance convention that happens annually, and it is located in Hunt Valley, Maryland, every year. And we are a body acceptance, self-acceptance based event that hosts belly dancers and other dance styles, along with other creative arts and things of that nature. So we recently started adding those kinds of layers to it, though that always was the plan from the start. But yeah, on to the next question. Question number 2. How did the convention come about? What made you create it? So, the convention was an idea that was a long time coming before it ever was a reality. I actually started my dance business in 2004, actually. And I had been doing belly dance since I was a little girl, since I was 12, though I had been in other dance styles before that. And it was a passion of mine. I love dancing. And I came onto the scene not knowing what to expect. And there was a lot of bullying happening once I came in on the scene from my peers, as they call them, which was sad, to say the least. I wasn't raised to be jealous of others or to try to beat someone down. I wasn't used to that. But I did receive that. I also did come across really nice people as well. But, when something bad happens, that one bad apple thing kind of rottens the whole basket type of thing. So you get that feeling, especially when it's something bad happening and something that you love. So, but I'm not the type to let that beat me down or stop me. But that does not apply to everyone. So that aspect and thought came into my mind as well. But I didn't come across the bullying and stuff when I first started my business. It was years later when I had moved to a new county and I came out to going to haflas and things of that nature. I had my own like recitals with my students, small, tiny events before I came out came out in the community as far as going to other people's events. Okay, so I was in my 20s when that happened, mid-20s or so when that occurred. And there's no need to name names because it's irrelevant at this point. But they were not nice people. They were more wanted to pretend to be nice, but they weren't. So that, and then also the online aspect, is I have a YouTube channel still, but I had a YouTube channel and I would put my videos up, and then I would have lots of people say really nice things about my dancing, my dance style. And then you would have people call you names like a beach whale because of your size. And the funny thing is I think I'm heavier now than I was then as far as weight. And it doesn't really matter what size you are, especially if someone's going to try to put you down. They're going to do it either way. So I got a lot of stuff like that, but I also got a lot of good stuff. But then the thing that pushed me to have the event is all the negative that was going on. And it seemed like they were in my own community. They didn't want me to even dance or perform, and they could say what they would like, but they really did not. Rather, that was for racial reasons or size reasons. They didn't like for that, or just because I was doing something different that they weren't going to accept. Fusion of dance styles or whatever the case may be. And in my early 20s, I definitely did not respond the way I would respond now. I'm way more mature now in my 30s, and I came off the wrong way and lowered my standards and my more compass. I wouldn't say more compass, but lowered my standards to their level because they came at me. I set a trap to find out who was talking about me. And then that kind of backfired a little bit, but not in the way it backfired in the point that they would try to use that against you for the rest of your existence if you're involved with these people. And I found out who was talking about me, so I had to make sure I just disassociated myself with people like that, because I don't respect people who talk behind other people's backs. If you have something to say to someone, I believe you should come to them and tell them, or let it go and let live. But I prefer that than someone talk behind someone's back and doing that grapevine thing and he said, she said. I cannot stand that, because it's the work of cowards. Okay, so that was going on, and that what went down was just childishness, ridiculousness of it all. So I moved on. Some people who are that types don't move on. I don't care about that. So all that happening, and then online, being bullied online, even by some of my peers, they would go and dislike my videos and things like that. I mean, if you have that kind of time, go for it. But I would get also messages from younger people and also older people, and women and men, boys and girls, saying thank you for dancing, because I mean I'm also plus size, and I was told that I shouldn't dance because I can't do belly dance because I don't look right, or this or that. And even one message that still sticks with me to this day was a young girl who was in school, and she was considered plus size, and she wanted to do a belly dance for her performance in the school thing, and people were like, oh, you shouldn't do that because you're too fat, type of thing. And she said, well, thank you for having this video up, because it actually inspired me to dance and do what I wanted to do, and not have someone tell me I'm too fat to do something. So that sparked something in me for sure, that there were so many people out there that people would beat down, and they may not dance because someone was beating them down. I wasn't the type to give up, and I made my own things, but they may not. So me making those places for people who were not accepted was a big push for me. So I started with small events. My first one, probably, my recitals were based around it, but my first show that was based around was called Dark Shimmies, and it was definitely trying to pull in people who were ostracized for sure, or treated differently because of their size. So I definitely had a lot of body acceptance aspects in those events that I started. I think Dark Shimmy started around 2011, I want to say, something like that. And I did it for a couple of years. Then I came across another dancer who was also a plus size dancer in the belly dance community, which is, the belly dance community is worldwide when we say that. But this dancer was based in another state in the U.S., like I was in another state in the U.S. And we decided to come together and do a bigger convention, bigger than anything we had each done. And I had more experience in doing events than the other dancer did. So that's why she came to me for us to team up. So we did team up. It was not a match made in heaven. We are two different people. And our thought process was not the same. So we worked together as much as that was possible at the time. And we had the first convention in Michigan. And I ran all the stuff that I ran from Maryland. So I did that, and then I flew out there, and it turned out really, really good, but it was not the easiest flow of it, to say the least. So once that was over, then we split due to irreconcilable differences. And then I decided to continue to have the convention, because we originally was going to do it in her state and then in my state, and flip-flop every other year with whose state it was. So the next year was supposed to be in my state anyway. So I already had put the money down. It was a whole bunch of back and forth. She did not want me to have it. I was like, okay, it was a partnership. So that being said, I decided to go with DCBA and the vision I had for what a body acceptance convention would be. My concept was for everyone to be accepted. And, you have to be very clear about when you bring up body acceptance. A lot of people think that you're just talking about people who are like plus size or whatever. And then you're talking about body acceptance as a whole, because most people have some kind of issue with their body, whatever the case may be with that. And I think that you need to have a place that's for you, that people aren't judging you. And the concept of DCBA came into effect because of that whole aspect of me going through all that stuff, all those years. And yeah, that's how it came about. And that was 2014 when the first one was done. And then the first time was in Maryland was 2015. And it was just with the whole downfall of the partnership originally, that whole nightmare, I had to literally move the convention from a hotel because of the whole break thing, and then to a fire hall. So we grew a lot. We're in a big hotel now, ballroom and all that jazz. It's really, really nice, really, really big. But yeah, it was a journey to get here. And it took a while to find a good team that I have now and support that's there now. Thank goodness for that, because I had to go through a few things. So on to question number 3. That one was a little long. I heard it's about body acceptance. Well, you heard right, because I just mentioned that. So body acceptance, yes. And, some people get body acceptance concept mixed up. They think it's like, oh, you're saying that, you could be fat. As the word fat, watch out. You could be fat and, like, that's unhealthy. And that's what you're saying. Like, stop. You don't understand anything. Okay. First off, you can love yourself at every size. You can be healthy at every size. Okay, let's stop. But it's all about the person. Everyone's different too. And when you say body acceptance, just so we're clear, that's saying a big message to society, saying, I accept myself for who I am. You don't get to dictate to me who I am and how I look and how I feel. That's up to me. Okay. So also, this does not mean that if a person, let's say my size, I am a size 18, 20 female dress size, and I want to go down to a dress size of a 14. That's my decision. Anyone on either side of that don't get to decide whether I stay a size 18, 20 or go to a size 14. And they don't get to say like, well, why do you want to lose weight? Or you really need to lose weight. You don't get to decide either one of those things. So by accepting me, I set myself who I am. And if I want to make a change, I will for me. Not because society told me I'm too fat or society said that I should stay fat. Like none of that. No. Body acceptance for myself. Me. Not because society told me so, and what I look like is wrong because it doesn't fit a certain mold. No, I'll do what I want. And if I want to make a change based on myself because I feel like it or I want something to change for me, it's because I want to. And that's what body acceptance messages that I'm putting out there. And yes, it is about body acceptance. It's also self-acceptance. So we accept everyone at DCBA. And I always stress that we don't do cliques. And cliques can be such a poisonous thing. Like, well, yeah, that's fine, Dan. If you got I'm not talking about you like having friends and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. You know what a clique is, and it's usually not fun for anyone but the little bit of people that's in the clique or whatever. Okay, like a convention doesn't need to have that. An event where people are supposed to come don't need to have that. It's poisonous because other people who are they going to come and fit in and be there. The point of them is to come together, not for you to be like having a thing in there like on the outside looking in again. Like are we in high school? No, let's not do those poisonous things, and I will not accept those things at DCBA because it's not accepting. I don't like it. No, I don't want any of that. Question 4. What kind of workshops will I find at the convention? You will find mostly belly dance based workshops, but we also have other dance workshops like salsa. So we have like Spanish dances. I'm looking into maybe getting a tap dancer. We look at any type of dance style. We're going to try to bring a instructor in so you can have many options, because even belly dancers or dancers like to dib and dab in different styles. So they might find something of interest there. So we like to keep it fresh and hip. But you're definitely going to find a majority of belly dance workshops and different styles there, because that's where, my background. So yeah, that, and then we also have added creativity-based workshops. We have a mermaid workshop. We have a writer's workshop, like how to write a novel workshop. We have instruments workshops like drumming, which is used in belly dance a lot. But we're looking into other aspects of that as well. So there's something for everyone. So if you bring your husbands with you who are maybe not into belly dance doing it, then they may be interested in another type of workshop while they're waiting for you to do your thing, or maybe they're not coming with you, or maybe friends or family who are interested in other things might be interested about other workshop styles. We also have motivational workshops, which help anyone can use a motivational style workshop. So definitely we have a lot of different things for everyone to do. Question number 5, how do I sign up for workshops and can I perform? The way you sign up for workshops is to go to www.dcbaconvention.com. I will put a link below and you can check out all that. I also have a video up here on the website, on the YouTube channel, where it shows you a whole tutorial of the website and how to navigate it. So please check that out. I will also link that below. And that's where you sign up for the workshops. They have a workshop page. Also, if you're on your cell phone, we have a cell phone version of the workshop page, because that is different based on whether you're on a tablet or PC and or the cell phone. So the PC and the tablet or laptop versions look different, and it has the schedule laid out differently. But the workshop schedule for the cell phone version is its own page, and it's definitely different because it has to be very basic to be on a cell phone. And can you perform? Yes, you can perform. We have 2 performance shows at the convention. And it's very limited space. So we definitely give first preference to people who sign for workshops first. And yeah, they go really fast because being 2 shows and the space is limited. So yeah, if you're interested in performing, definitely try to get a workshop. If you do not, then you have to go on and get the application and see if you can get you in. But you really need to go and check out the workshops. I always recommend that you sign for workshops before you try to sign to perform. So that way, we know who can fit in, because we have to give the spaces to people who have workshops first. Also, this shows support for the instructors who are coming from all over to teach you. So definitely that. But yes, that pretty much covers the questions that I received. And DCBA is definitely a love type of relationship. It's definitely close to my heart. I've been doing it for 7 years coming up on, and I don't see any chance of stopping that because I love to do it. And it's a nonprofit. We don't make any money from the convention. It's definitely a community based event. Without the support of the community, these type of events cannot continue to happen and have a very hard time happening. So we have a lot of stuff going on there. And please check out the website tutorial, explain some things on there as well. Also, we have an ad video up if you want to check out what has happened in the past events. We have a lot of clips from last year, which was really, really fun. We have so many things going on at the convention. It's a great weekend. It happens every July. And the dates for this year was the 17th through the 19th. So we actually added on in 3 days now. We have intensives now. We have our own signature drink. The venue is amazing because you have an indoor-outdoor pool. You have a gym right next door. You have Starbucks, a restaurant inside there. You don't even have to leave the hotel the entire weekend. You're there to get what you need. But we're in such a great spot down in Hunt Valley that right across the street is a Wegmans and the whole entire shopping area of everything. And then it's right off of York Road, and it has pretty much anything you think of. Any kind of shopping you want to get done, and we're not too far from in the harbor as well if you want to go a little sightseeing. So yeah, it's a great spot. So definitely go check the website out to get a little bit more insight into DCBA. And thank you for the questions. I'm happy to answer any questions. If you have any questions of your own, please do post them below, and I will be sure to check them out and answer you in due course. Thank you. I will see you next time. Have fun shimmying.